brothers had spent their whole lives running from the law, escaping from juvenile centers and breaking into banks. They were skilled swimmers too, an important detail for what was to come. The four of them didn't meet by accident. Frank, the mastermind, saw something in them. He saw an opportunity, and together they started planning the unthinkable, escaping from Alcatraz. But how do you escape from a prison built in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by freezing, deadly waters? That's exactly what we're about to find out. Back in 1956, a man named Frank Lee Morris arrived at Alcatraz. Now, if you're picturing some average prisoner, erase that image. This guy was a certified genius. His IQ was reportedly 133, higher than most people's. But Frank wasn't just book smart, he was street smart too. A lifetime of bouncing between foster homes had made him tough, independent, and, most importantly, really, really good at escaping from prison. Before Alcatraz, Frank had already broken out of multiple facilities. Authorities thought, all right, let's send him to the most escape-proof prison on Earth. You can guess how that turned out. Now, here's where things get interesting. Inside Alcatraz, Frank wasn't alone. He met the Anglin brothers, John and Clarence. These two were practically born to escape. As kids, they swam in ice-cold rivers for fun, which would later be very useful. Then there was Alan West, a small-time criminal who, let's be honest, wasn't exactly the brains of the operation, but he played his part. Together they had one goal: breaking out of the rock, and trust me, their plan was nothing short of genius. As the days in Alcatraz dragged on, Morris wasn't just biding his time. He was observing, thinking, and planning. He had spent his entire life slipping through the cracks of society, evading law enforcement, and finding ways out of impossible situations. If there was anyone who could escape the rock, it was him. But even a mastermind like Frank Morris knew he couldn't do it alone. And that's where the Anglin brothers came in. John and Clarence. These two weren't just any criminals. They were practically born for an escape like this. Raised in Florida, they had spent their childhood swimming in rivers with powerful currents, which would be crucial for what was to come. They were skilled bank robbers, but more importantly, they were thick as thieves.